I have no idea. Twitch said I don't get it, which is weird. Which is strange. It says it's too much for the bitrate, and then it just says it's fine. I don't know what it is. I am confused. Whatever. I'm trying to think what's like the best way. That's pretty good for my POV. I have like chat next to what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's fine. It's weird, I can't remember the last time I streamed a Touhou game, because I've yet to do it on my new computer. So last time was probably like... I want to say it was when I streamed 10 back in like October. If I had to guess. I mean, I know about audio and everything. Because at this point I just eyeball it half the time. And it looked decent when I glanced at it. That's weird because I'm sitting at a desk, which I'm not used to, still. I'm not even sure like what position I should even be sitting on. I'm too used to just sitting on bed on a laptop. Yeah, I don't know how well the keyboard picks up either. Like, I don't know. This is honestly like half me just wanting to stream because my mind needs something to take off. Or I need something to take my mind off stuff, A, and B, I kind of want to just get like an idea of what we're working with. My multiple purposes here. I guess a third purpose would be for some reason some of my save data didn't really carry over on some of these games. Which is weird, because most things carried over, but not my save data for a couple of them. I mean, I guess it's just a matter of where it saves it. I don't really mind that. I think keyboard should be like, not that bad right now, later it might be, might be something. I don't know. Oh, we'll see. Also, realistically, I should be trying to get resources early game. Because I'm not that confident in my ability in 15. Yeah, 400 okay. 400 is like a magical sweet spot in this game, so if it looks like I'm trying to get that, that's why. That's what. I'm determined to be kind of stubborn. It won't be like a no bomb run, but it'll definitely be me trying to like do as much as I actually can. I think the thing I still struggle with in my head is easily trying to hit a level of balance. Yeah, I should have tried it harder there. Oh, it's 300, not 400, okay. Been a minute. The hardest thing for me whenever I stream games like this is like, I don't want to like dumb it down so much. You know, in case someone like knows the game well enough. But at the same time, I feel like half the stuff I say will just make no sense. I try and like shorthand it. That and I don't necessarily need to be just talking about what I'm doing either. Hi Nikki. Yeah, I haven't streamed Touhou since like October, I think, so almost half a year. I'm on a keyboard I dislike greatly, but I want to play the game. I need to buy like an actual keyboard at some point. Last time I streamed was Mountain of Faith back then. For some reason I just felt like doing 15. And I feel like point device I feel like is like better for the context of like streaming. Because if I mess up it's like not a big deal. It's just a matter of doing it until I get it right. I mean, and I think I streamed a point device run on hard a while ago as well. I don't even know if I still have the VOD for it. I don't think I do. That was probably like last summer or before I started saving VODs, or that one I just forgot to. Because I remember I sat down for like 2 hours or something on that stream, banging my head against the wall on like stage 6, because I was stubborn. I think I told myself I wanted to do the final card in the game without bombing, and I just gave up after like 25 minutes. I'm like, no. The last part of PDH is so bad. I don't know, I'm only playing normal, so I don't think it really can be that wild. Granted, normal in 15 is probably like closer to hard in some other games, if you ask me. Just because some of the late game gets a bit silly, is the word I'll go for. Just a couple things that Clown Piece has, and some of Junko just being really strict, and some of me just not paying attention, but again, that's fine in this context. I remember I wasn't big on the checkpoint system in this game at first. I don't know, I kind of appreciate it for what it is. It's very distinct from other games for that, which I like. Yeah, I don't think Clown Piece is that bad. I remember last time I like hard-walled myself on stage 5 because I didn't want to bomb in one segment, but I gave up. Like, I think by the time I finished my run of hard, trying not to bomb that much, I think I used like 6 or 7 or something. Which isn't like a lot, given it's hard, but could have been better, but I just kind of grew impatient. But Twitch says that sometimes when you start streaming it doesn't mean anything. Okay, because I've had that a couple times recently, and I wasn't sure what the deal with that is, because I've never had that before, really. Yeah, I think this is a fun game to do bombless, because it really is like you can just like bash your head on the wall until you do it right. So, I mean, that's appealing. It's kind of like the practice tools, but kind of built into the game, which is fun. I mean, like, every bit of grazing I do in this doesn't contribute to lives, it's just bombs. So, you know, like, theoretically the grades wouldn't even matter if I'm not using them, but I'd rather be safe than sorry for the late game, because I know some of it might be a bit much. Because I think I fell into that trap the first time I played point device on this game, because I burned a bunch of bombs by like the time I even reached like Clown Piece, so I had like no resources going into Junko, and it was really, really bad. I guess it's really punishing in that sense. Like, it feels fine in the moment, but then you realize later, you're like, oh, I have nothing to work with. That's kind of terrible. I remember playing the demo for this one when the game was new, because this game came out like, what, August 2017, I want to say? I remember playing the demo for this and getting filtered by Dormy pretty hard. Granted, for some reason, well, I know why, but the demos tend to be harder, which is why I'm excited for next month. I want to be filtered by the stage 3 demo boss again, get that feeling. I'm surprised that didn't hit me. Might be a rainbow moment. This one's like you get a million grace just by doing it, because all the small bullets are composed of like a million things. Like, you never gonna have to like try to graze out in this one, like that's 350 and feels like I didn't even try. Danganronpa. I know about characters that I've never like. I feel like I know the most like vaguely loose-ended things about that series and nothing more. I feel like it's the kind of series I see stuff out of context and I have no clue what's happening. I get the general gist of it though. Like, if you like threw characters in front of me, I could probably recognize their names if you gave me stuff to pick from. That's kind of the extent of it. Also, yeah, World's End Club, I believe, has... I think the artist worked on the trainer designs from Gen 7 and 8, I want to say. The people that were saying, like, oh, that looks like Pokemon trainer kind of are, they were completely right. I think it was like the trial captains and Gen 8 gym leaders, if I remember. I definitely just walled myself, yeah. I don't know why. I'm not gonna question it, my routing's just bad and weird and dumb. I always got the pacifist route on this segment because it's just like, unless you really want to get the grays, I don't really see a point. I know like stage 5 of Touhou 11. It's like 2 seconds you can kind of just sit here like this. Magic X Y, yeah. I'm not sure if they did X and Y as well. I could see it for trainer designs. How do I do this one again? I do not remember. Did I start high on the screen? Yeah, it's probably better. And then there you go. It's all fun and games until we get to like stage 5-ish. Stage 4 has a couple things that probably will bomb on, for sake of not going crazy. I remember this is like one segment in stage 4 of this with the lasers that like you can do without bombing, but like that consistency on it's pretty garbage. So I don't really want to force it. You know what I'm saying? That was just me being dumb. There's like no reason for me to move vertically there. I don't know, I kinda, again, I like point device mode for that, like, I haven't played this game in like, this one in particular in like several months. So my routing is like a bit off, I don't like, feel like it costs me super badly. Like, it's like the most casual kind of brutal difficulty, if that makes sense. That's like her first Pokemon. I think the first Pokemon game I owned was PMD Blue, which is a weird one because most people just say like, oh, Gen this, Gen that. But no, the first game I owned like on my own was PMD Blue. So I have a very soft spot for that. Very big soft spot. The first mainline game I owned myself was Diamond, and then I kind of worked backwards, sort of. I bought Leaf Green, I bought like the original Gold, Emerald, not necessarily in that order, but I worked in kind of a weird way. Pokemon. I'm trying to think. I don't think Dormy has anything like that. Not normal, at least. Probably a couple tries on some stuff, but nothing too. I definitely remember getting filtered by these non-spells in the demo of 15. It's nostalgic. What I'm thinking of. Maybe not. I don't think it is. One later where you're like inside the circular laser is still like strange to me. It always looks so easy, but I always manage to fumble it somehow. I expect that one to take a couple attempts. The good thing about dying on something like this is like I get the power back anyways. I don't really get punished for the fact that every time you die in this mode you lose like 0.001 power. Because that can get really annoying later. So this one's cool. It's so simple, but I just love the movement for it. Especially on higher difficulties, like it's literally just spinning in a circle, but oh, that's just fun. Take a timeout for fun, but eh. Half of me thought it'd be fine, the other half said no, don't sit still. Whenever I get that feeling, I just don't move. I feel dumber than if I moved and moved incorrectly. Like the actual deer in headlights moment. You see that time, like, I move into it, but it feels less dumb. I feel like these non-spells have like a degree of randomness to them, which like most do, but I don't remember in the demo I struggled immensely with some of these. I think I was only playing hard on the demo though. Like this one, it looks so easy on paper, but I managed to find a way to get hit. I don't even know what you would consider like an optimal positioning for this. Probably like lower or higher on the screen, right? I feel like the middle would be bad. Because I'm all the way down here, then I have... No, but probably not that low, because then I have like no time to react to stuff under me. I really don't know. I like this height. Like, realistically, I could totally just bomb and get away with it. And the fact I'm almost maxed out and there's so much more time to get more resources. But I'm just stubborn. I'm just stubborn. Because I think I only have to live like the 2 cycles. Yeah. It's not bad. The title for 18 looks so random. Do you mean like the, what is it again? Like something marketeers. I forget the word, but it's with a U. It might just be one of those weird, like, literal translation moments, where it doesn't make sense until you play the game kind of thing. Because I feel like a lot of games are like that. Like, I remember when 17 got announced, it was like, wily beast and weakest creature. In my head, it's just like, okay, but... I don't know, I'm sure it'll make sense in context. So, some of the titles feel extremely thought out, and some of them I decide to look at and like, yeah. Unconnected marketeers, okay. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Well, I guess it's more so with the full game, right? Because the demos always throw me off. Because you'll have stages 1 to 3 and you'll think like, oh, it's gonna go this direction with that, and then stage 4 just totally flips up. I'm pretty sure this one's static, you can just memorize it. And I kind of like hooking the bottom-ish of it. I'm curious what kind of characters we'll get in 18. If it'll just like fall into like... Because you know, it could be anywhere, it could just be like generic like Mukyo Kai. Or it could be something like actually, you know, like world building relevant. Zun just really drops like really powerful characters into games whenever he wants. Like he really made 15 and just like dropped Hikatia on us. It's like, yeah. Maybe with Okina in 16. Like I don't think anyone in 17 like hit that level, so I don't know, like it's whatever he feels like. Like I don't think anyone on like in like 14 hits that kind of power level either. I still think my favorite cast is 11's, but I'm extremely biased because it's my favorite game. I feel like I should be moving up. I don't know. I don't know. There's not like a single cast in a game that I like can say I don't like. Sometimes it took me a bit to like warm up to one, but eventually I'm like, yeah, I like them overall, even if not all of them. Like even if not all of them super appeal to me. Like I like the cast in 15. I'm not big on Ringo. She's not bad, just I don't know, the least interesting to me. I don't know, like Clampi, Stormy, Sagame, Junko, Hikatia. They're all good. Aeron's kind of boring, but I like her design at least. We didn't state one, I guess. I feel like I'm just positioned wrong for the end of this. I think Rebecca cast is 7. 7 is really good. 7 also gets bonus points for bringing Atlas back. Because Atlas is so good. She's so good. Or I can say bring back in air quotations depending on your viewpoint of PC98 canon. The PC98 is very much like it exists. But like if PC98 Alice didn't exist, I think PCP Alice could like still basically exist. Sorry, I didn't expect to get filtered by this one of any. I think I just forget where I want to be. Funny, because again, it's static. Everything about this is the same every time. Maybe I'm just silly. Maybe I'm doing it totally wrong. Who knows? I just ran into it. Actually, the colors on this card remind me of Aaron stuff. Cool. I mean, go figure, right? I'd also vouch for the cast of 7, particularly because of... Like, even if you took the Yomu Yuko and Yukari, and like only those 3, like those are like so good. That is like a big 3. Like those characters alone elevate the cast so hard. Like Prism Evers are good. Alice Return is great. Shen's cute. I like her dynamic with Ron and Yukari. Like the Letty and Cherno dynamic. Like, I don't know, it's just such a good cast. I might just say heck it and bomb it. I don't want to sit here all day on this one. I see where I'm going wrong toward the end. But I'm also just lazy. Yeah, okay. I gave it a shot. I want to move on to stage 4. Not asking for a perfect run by any stretch of the imagination. Just a decent one. Probably could afford to do that later, but no. Yeah, they're the same as Aaron's. Which is like, I like when bullet types get reused like that. It's actually, what was it? Someone brought up an interesting point that the big, like, orb bullets, where most of it isn't even like a hitbox, haven't appeared in like several games. I forget the last time they showed up. I think they said like 12 or 13? I think 13 was the last time those big, like, orb bubbles, I guess you can call them, showed up. It's weird, I hadn't really actively thought about that. Because in my head I just think of them like as a classic bullet, just because Cook and then Patchouli alone. Also, I love the stage 4 theme in this game. Also, I got very lucky on that one. Wow. I think they're like semi-homing. Oops. That was like actually the last segment. Big brain. Yeah, like the active part of the hitbox is extremely small, so I get why they haven't shown up in forever. I still kind of miss them. And I'd be lying to say how the heck that was ridiculous. I'd be lying to say I don't kind of secretly love the one card Yuki has in Subterranean Animism with them, especially when they go the hard and lunatic version where it comes from both directions. Like it's so, I love the feel of it. Like it's so fun. Unlike those bullets, that was not fun. I think I'm just being too conservative on the movement toward the end. I know they're in the extra of 13. I'm blanking on, you know, because Byakuya has them in 12. They're like purple, but it's like functionally the same. That's our first non-spell. And I think she has it in the attack she takes from Shinki, from Mystic Spire as well, if I remember. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they haven't shown up in a while. Interesting. Like Sagame. Sagame's cool. I remember when this game first came out and Sagame hit pretty high on the popularity poll, and then she like immediately fell down, but it was neat while it lasted. I think she's a very pretty design. I think it's supposed to just sit here. Yeah. There are tips at where the I misinput that. Oh. That cancels like one. No, yeah. I'll let it rock if I live the lasers part, because this is the most annoying part, Gasmai, of the stage. Like, this isn't bad, but like, when they appear on the left and right sides like this, ugly. I hate that segment. The part with all three. Nope. That was just me being silly. And I'm always so excited to see new characters. Really looking forward to the demo. Especially because I really love the period when a demo comes out, right? Because it's only like, you know, 3 new characters. You know, assuming that there's 1 per stage. But you see so much art of them, it's so good. Like, I remember when the demo of 17 came out, and I saw art of Irumi, Eka, and Kutaka a lot. It was cool. Kutaka was my favorite. She has a very pleasant design. Yeah, I don't want to do it. Honestly, I don't. I'm not gonna sit here forever on that one. You played through Luna Nights a few weeks ago? Yeah, I bought it when it came out on Switch, I think a couple days into it. It came out on Switch, when was it? Like, December, I want to say? A couple months ago? It was a short but really sweet experience. I enjoyed it a lot. The gameplay in it felt really like... I've watched speedruns of it and I know it could be like broken to all hell for the sake of a speedrun, but it felt really polished to me. Like, it never really felt, like, janky in a bad way. Also, I like that I had, well, I like that you can kind of customize the difficulty, in a sense, like, there's no literal difficulty thing, but, like, you can totally just skip all the upgrades or not use the abilities if you don't want to, or you don't have to use the time stop either. So I think that's fun. Yeah, I didn't expect it to end the way it did either. Like, part of me felt like something of the nature would happen, but like, the way it just presents itself was entertaining to me. Like, it just takes characters you would never, like, think would correlate to one another, and it's like, huh, I guess. Also, I never remember how to do this one. Like, something like that. Ugh. I kind of looked at it on that second wave. Like, I'm pretty sure what I'm doing is like the gist of it. Just not sure what the optimal. I'm not sure if like screen sweeps are the best way to do this. Probably. It seems like the cleanest way to do this card. I'm just gonna roll with it. I don't really know the best way to go about this. Oh my god. Gets so much health left, that's not really great. I'm on Sakame. Didn't really have to take. Oh my god. That one jump was so unintentional that, like, the fact I lived that spooked me more than the fact that I didn't get hit. Yeah, I like what they did with the extra stage too. That was like one of my favorite things about Luna Nights. When like I started like that extra stage And the fact that the extra stage theme was like a remix of the credits theme, I don't know why it just hit me like so hard in terms of like a nostalgia thing. Because like most credits themes in these games are just like, you know, like the same like melody or whatever you want to call it. Same like main theme. It's like rearranged. So I don't know, hearing that mixed into a stage theme was like the coolest thing to me. I had no expectation of that. Credits theme, the OSTs especially, just make me super nostalgic. I don't know, that's natural when you play a game this often. Or a series this long, it just feels super, super nostalgic. I feel like Rainbow kind of cheats on this a bit, I don't know how much you can do. Yeah, Rainbow kind of breaks that one. What doesn't Rainbow break? It's not that way too hard. Actually, I can't even say what doesn't Rainbow break in this game, because from like the 1cc POV, like spamming bombs with Racing is like the way to break this game. In a like purely like cheesing it sense. I'm not really a big fan of Racin's bomb in this game, honestly, because I don't like the idea that the con is that your hitbox is bigger, because it feels like you just get zapped repeatedly because you can no longer do attacks like legitimately. Like, I don't know, it feels poorly balanced to me. Honestly, I like, I don't know, that one, the strat I like is just, you just sit under Sagame basically. Like, it just works. Racin's bomb in this game, the way it functions is it's a defensive bomb type, but when you use it, your hitbox becomes enlarged. And I think it can take like 3 hits until the bomb dissipates. The amount of iframes you get is very, very small, so it's possible to just get like dunked on repeat. But because it increases your hitbox size by like a decent bit, you'll like pop the bomb defensively for one part of a pattern, and then you'll immediately just get hit over and over again, depending on what it is. Just because your hitbox is so big, it's like no longer feasible to do the pattern legitimately. Then it just feels really cheesy in a bad way, like, I don't know. I like the way they did Marissa C's bomb in Touhou 11, where you can take 1 hit, and if the shield dissipates after a period of time, then you get some of the power that you use to do the bomb back. I feel like that was a well-balanced one. And this game is just, it's super cheesy. Like, it just straight up encourages you to just pop as a defensive option and just cheese. Really silly. Like, I feel like the idea is there, but I don't like how it ended up working out. Granted, there aren't really that many like purely defensive bomb types I can think of off the top of my head. Like, there are some, but I don't know, rarer than just more standard bomb types. I like this stage theme a lot as well. Background as well. Vicious. I like the one segment later in the stage that goes pretty fast. Just satisfying. Honestly, this stage 5 is pretty long. The more I think about it, like, I always forget how long it is until I sit here playing this game. I'm like, yeah, it's a long stage. Yeah, awesome. I feel like I'm gonna burn at least 2 or 3 bombs on this stage alone. In the interest of not sitting here for like an hour, like a 5-minute segment. However long it is. I don't Now I'm wondering about stage length, because I know PCB stage 4 is like one of the longest stages in the whole series, because it takes like over 4 minutes for the song to even like loop once, like all the way through. I wonder what else are like the longest stages. I feel like this is up there, right? I mean, there's no mid-boss on this stage, so I mean, I suppose it makes sense. I'm so bad at following this. Yeah, not counting boss fight, just like purely the stage. I have no idea where the ideal position stuff for this is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that simplifies it, just actually defeating the fairies before they clutter the screen. Your brain simplistic. Yeah, I feel like extra stages I would categorize differently. Like, of a main game, I think the stage is pretty long. Like, the length varies a lot. Even though like stage 6 is alright. A lot of the stage 6s are pretty short, and most of them don't even like, not most of them maybe, but a lot of them don't even have like a mid-boss. Or it's a mid-boss with like 1 or 2 non-spells. Because the boss for stage 6 is supposed to be like the bigger focus. Yeah, I don't like the segment just because the way the stars move are weird. I was struggling with that last time I played this game. Like, I know this game's before Touhou 16, but the way the stars move in the segment kind of remind me of one of Maya Satono's cards that I do not like in the slightest. Like Back Festival or whatever, where the stars just move like as erratically as possible, and I do not like it. Like, it actually just feels random. Like, I don't know, I looked out there and got it like second or third try or whatever that was, but last time I remember like banging my head on the wall for like 10 minutes at least before just bombing it. I mean, I suppose Slight RNG just does that. Yeah, stage 6 is not too short in this game. I'm thinking like Mountain of Faith. Or like USD. Like, it's literally like a couple enemy bullet waves. Like, even though USD Sakurai has like the 1 non-spell and the 1 card, like it's very, very short. There's 2 nons, I forgot. No, it's 1 card, 1 non, remember? The segment's really cool if you do it like correctly, it just feels awesome. Also aesthetically super pretty. Why do I get that first try in this one? What? Black. I'm not complaining because it's good, but more surprised than anything. Good movement, who that? I gotta get that end segment so well on the first try. I remember struggling on that so much last time I played this. I don't think Clown Piece is that hard, it's just... It feels like the thing if you like... It feels super rhythmic, like if you ever just like lose your pacing with it, I feel like you just get tilted really quickly. I think she's like more threatening in the sense of like a run that isn't a point device. Great start. I'm so smart. I like her fight though. It feels like it's extremely distinct, which I love. Like, there is not a single stage 5 boss I would like compare that much to Clown Piece. Also, I just appreciate how... What would the word be? I appreciate how audacious she is, like, as a character. Like, it's just such a bold design, I can't help but love it. Because I remember, actually, before the full game for this released, I think it was like the day before, or like very close before the game's launch. Or no, it was the day the game came out. Someone who bought the hard copy of the game went home and was gonna like upload it or whatever. But, you know, they hadn't played the game yet, but they, like, you know, looking through the files and all that, we saw character names. And I remember looking in the thread, and it's just like, I saw the name Clown Piece, and my head is just like, what is Clown Piece? What the heck kind of character is this? And she does not disappoint her namesake. I don't know why I'm struggling with this, I'm just attract, I guess. Not whatever. She's so ridiculous. There you go. The Alpha card's an issue there. Or it wouldn't be really relevant either. Oh, that was not the right way of moving it. I always forget because I think on like, what was that, like the third rotation? Yeah, I think on the third rotation I want to be really far left on the screen. The problem is the blue star RNG kind of a little bit annoying for that because I have to make a quick jump this way. Fourth rotation, 5? Go. Ooh, yeah. I could have just stayed right. I'm done. Have I played Hades yet? No. I do know a fair bit about Greek, the Greek pantheon and all that. I've taken courses on that, and I just have read some of it out of my own interest. So I can definitely say the appeal in that alone. That and I've heard great praise for it, for being a roguelike where the plot like actually advances even if you're losing. So that's a cool encouragement it has. You know, you could theoretically be losing a lot, but still feel like you're doing something, and I think that's a really cool idea. I'll probably try it at some point. And I suppose Clown Piece is tangentially... 10, I can never pronounce that word. She's related enough in origin. I forget the proper term, it's like... something with an L. I do not know how to pronounce it. That's a star, aren't you? Oh my god. I need to like be in the middle there. It's like the third time I made that mistake. The stage of this boss remind me of it. Oh. Are you talking like Pluto and the moon or something? Because stage 5 here is on the moon. I've heard people argue that this on normal is like debatably harder than on Lunatic just because the stars, the exact stars used are different on normal and Lunatic. I've seen side-by-sides. I can see the argument. Something about Clown Piece's fight feels very different. Hard to like really pin why. I'm not talking just like having 2 survival cards, just something about her. Oops. Howdy. Or I guess it wouldn't be howdy because we're not playing 17, which is what I was originally going to do earlier. This is me being silly. You need to keep an eye on where she goes because you need to be like under her. Kind of hard sometimes because I'm looking low, not high. Granted, that's what the indicator at the bottom is for. You can play at a cosplay even working enough for 6 months, nice. Like, I find it easy to lose track of the red on the bottom. Oh, she's still on their own. I was almost expecting her to move right, she just stayed there. Has to be low, right? This one is so annoying if you get bad RNG on the stars. Like, I feel like I sat here for a very long time last time I played this game on this card. Because you really have to move up fast. Especially toward the end. Plus it's not that fast, but as it goes, there's more lanes, it just becomes more annoying. Like toward the end I think there's like 6 lanes. And the odds of the pattern being not in your favor, the more lanes you add, kind of does that. I'm like trying to go up and down a bit too fast. Just like tap it more ideally. That's so annoying. I'm not good at like the multiple minor adjustments in a quick time while moving up. Give me more ways like that. That's what we want to see, not that. I think higher difficulty she has the bigger stars on this one, if I remember. Yeah. Honestly, it'd probably be better to be like Marissa for this than Reimu, just because moving alone. It's like the rare attack where speed actually helps you a bit. Not even at full power, so I feel like I'm gonna have to deal with like an extra cycle, potentially. I could probably afford to do one wave like all the way down there, as long as I'm like mid-screen, but it's not comfortable. I don't know. I mean, I could try it, but eh. Can Pompey's move to the right? That'd be dandy. I don't like her being on the left, because the lanes come from the left. Gives me less time to work with if I want to do damage to her. Please go right. Please, no, don't keep going left. See. What are her movements just random or what? I think she like barely moves. See, now she goes right. Ah. I feel like this is just one I should realistically just bomb and be done with. Because I'm confident later in the fight, I'm better at the second kind of straight pattern. Yeah, I'll bomb this one. I'm confident in like the other 3 cards. And like 1 non, I think, after this. Definitely should have waited like 2 cycles before bombing them. Like, I find the earlier part of her fight harder than the later part. So is that like the 3rd bomb or something this run? 3rd or 4th? Maybe more, honestly. 1 health. It'd be tragic, but it wasn't point device. And now they should be fine. Oh my god. I'm being filtered. I'm very much being filtered off. One day for fun, I should just sit down and get the practice patch. Especially for newer games, I feel like I have less experience than some of the newer ones. I've played EOSD like a bajillion times at this point. Not nearly as much for something like this. Come on, Clampies. Come on. It's always 1 health. It just like go down. I don't know why I'm not. Like, I should just hug the bottom until I'm super confident. I don't know why I'm trying to like stay high on the screen after bombing, as if I'm trying to play another cycle or something. Yeah, like, why am I so stubborn about that? Me being dumb. It's definitely a good non-spell to be Reimu though. It makes this a million times easier. I don't have to like worry about how I'm lining up with her that much. Hey, I always forget to position myself for that card. This positioning matters a lot. I don't have full power, so I don't know if I can do it like that. Kinda doubtful. Close, but not quite. If I had full power, the routing's way easier. Actually, I don't like close to full power. Maybe I can. I'm just. Maybe. Feel like enough. I'll just do it like a more normal way, I guess. A more intended way, I guess, is a better word. Yeah, Marissa could totally do this by just sitting in the middle. Maybe Marissa just does better on most parts of this fight, honestly. Like, not significantly better, but like... I feel like she has a couple of things that make it easier for her. I feel like Reimu could do this too, it's just... tighter. Because I vaguely remember, like, the more, like, downwards taps I get, like, here the better. Like, I could just, like, reset the cycle by doing stuff like this. Eh. Or I guess this is just what it feels like, not having played or fight in a while. Because a lot of comp pieces fight feels like you either know it or you don't, kind of things. Like, I don't think you could just, like, casually walk into a fight and have everything go perfectly. Especially your first survival card. That one feels like something you actually need to have routed to some extent. Close, but not quite. What if we... Maybe if we do it like this. Such like an ugly route I took. What was that? Huh. Maybe I should just like... I feel like I'm just trying to force it too hard as opposed to just like making more like split waves like this. Like, you see how much easier that is? Yeah, it's like way easier. I don't know why I'm just like forcing it one way. That was my bad, but like that's much cleaner that way. I'm trying to route it aggressively when I don't think I'm quite there. Just kind of backwards. Yeah, I just think I need to not be as aggressive with it. I'll just let it be like 2 and chipped over. That was kind of ugly. Good though. This is probably, or was probably your biggest struggle before Junko doing Bombless Rainbow. I could say it. I'm still not huge on Junko's fight because it's clearly designed for point device mode. But like I could appreciate it for what it is. When I first did Junko's fight, I hated it. I was like, what is this? Kind of warmed up to some of it at least. If I do like this and then do the middle. It's so weird because I feel like I had the right idea, but like replicating it the same way as another story. I'm not sick, I don't have everything like routed perfectly. What if I let it go down a bit more and then do it? I feel like the first wave is like easy to make awkward. If that makes sense. Yeah, I did that like kind of sharp. I think that's better though. I don't think I should like be playing that high up on the screen for the first one. And I think I'm a bit too low now. This is one I want to get without bombing though, for sure. It really, it feels like the more you tap down like ever so slightly, the better. Like it just makes like a clean lane. like, honestly, the more taps, the better it seems. I like the lane I have there. Yeah, you see like how much more space I'm getting to work with? Like, kind of spamming back more. Can't believe the answer is unironically back spam also. That was a hiccup and a half right there. I want to get like the middle part of the screen to clear. It's so simple. Why is it not simple? This is such like a forehead kind of card. Just do it. It's simple. Not enough backspam. Need more. Look how much cleaner it is with backspam. Also, I thought she was gonna die. I think it's because I was holding focus. Oops. It's okay, you got it. You got it now for sure, Just keep spamming back. That's how you do it. I feel like I've been staring at this card for like 10 minutes. My mind is just numb. Oh my god. That was such an ugly wave. Didn't I like time it out or something last time? I'm getting like a very vague memory of like I think timing this one out last time. I think I timed that out last time. Is my damage really that bad? It's kind of impressive but also sad. Oops. See, this one makes a lot more sense to me though. Again, it feels like you just kind of go toward the one wave as it disappears, and then you just kind of cycle lanes. I want to be stubborn and be in the middle though, for sake of damage. Honestly, I don't even think I have to move that much. That's why I like a little bit of vertical. Like following the trail horizontally. Nah, let's do slow. Just let me get to the last card. The last card's easy. But I got for saying, I think the second part of the fight is easier than the first, which I still think it is. I just never remember how to do the card before this. I forget like how literal the back spam got, where else I hit that back, so I just die. The inner workings of my mind are saying just bomb, but we know better. Also, I legit do want to have the bumps for Junko, because more confident in Clown Face than her. Playing these games is like the most twisted kind of fun to me. I feel like I'm so patient, I just like don't care, like I'm just willing to sit here for hours on end. I just get lost in it. Definitely feels like the kind of game you have to be really patient to enjoy a lot. That or stubborn, maybe both. This one's not bad. Like even when I first did this one forever ago, like you just move like counterclockwise and feels very consistent. I remember when I first did this, I tried to. I think my very first strat was like, oh, I have to sit in between all the moons. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. I don't know what I was thinking when I initially thought you had to sit in the middle. That'd be great. Yeah, that's like the simplest by far to me of anything that fight. How many bombs is that on Compies? Like 2? 1, I don't remember. 1 or 2. Not that bad. I don't really have to shoot at anything this segment. I love the staging for this one. It's so good. It's also so sad in context. Like this stage head Olo is so sad when you get the context. Yep. I think I could actually sit high on the screen on the segment. You get if you actually know where things spawn. Unlike me. Thank you, audio cues. Also, like, there's no boss on the stage tech segment, but like, I love the segment. The segment is so pretty. Like, it is a basic streaming segment, ultimately, but I love it. And it's something about a meteor shower is perfect for the stage. I've also seen it equated to like Junko's tears, which only makes it like sadder. Like, damn. Yeah, dude. Like, I'm confident I can do this without the segment without a bomb. Give it a few tries. Let's, I guess, see how lucky we get with the lanes. Another factor. Yeah, that was kind of a hideous one. Oh my god. Ooh. Thank you. She is mad, but like I think she's kind of justified, is the thing. Like, she's not seething for no reason. Like, I feel for her. Like, it is just straight up sad. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the plots of Touhou games or incidents, I guess you could say, are just like people trying to pursue their own interests, and like Junko's the same in that regard. But like, I don't even think it's like out of like a super selfish place. Like, I totally get where she's coming from. She's kind of tragic. That's the word I would use.
bad, but
Appreciate her. Her fight's not that bad, it's just very unforgiving. I think I bombed twice last time. I think it was on the last 2 cards. Wonder how many tries Silent Shipwreck Star will take. 'Cause I feel like that's the kind of card you get like the first couple tries, or you just don't. Like there's no in between. It's either like 0 or like 1 to 5 tries, or it's just. You know the plots that well. Yeah, that's why I don't want to give like too many details. It's kind of the thing. Like, I'd rather have you read on your own. Her anger is justified in my eyes, though. What I'm getting at. Like, I feel bad for her more than anything. Am I reading the red pattern right? I feel like I'm reading it wrong. I usually don't get that wrong. And I'm just questioning myself. Am I illiterate? Her son, not her husband. Kind of flipped the roles on who did the what, and it kind of makes it all the worse to think about. You can probably browse the wiki and get an idea. Yeah, I guess I was reading that incorrectly. I hate this nod. This is such like a gimmicky nod to me. So dumb. Like, haha, 1 gap. Hehe. So silly. Like, you can totally squeeze through the rest of it, but like, do you really want to try and squeeze through the rest of it at those angles? I don't think you do. Also, her movement has some bearing here, right? Like, imagine she's all the way on the right side of the screen, and the bullet pattern is going, like, curving to the right, kind of like this. Like, yeah, like this. Like, this is just... Well, yeah. I misread that, but I got it correct. Air quotations. Like this. Like, dying to this one just makes me feel dumb more than anything. Like, oh, there's an opening right there. How are you missing it? Feels like troll. I'm glad I'm doing this on point device at the least. Because yes, it's going closer to perfectionist, but like... So much of this I feel like I would just bomb because I know I'm not consistent at it. And it doesn't feel as good. Besides, it still technically counts as a 1cc anyway. But eh. I remember the first time I played this game, I think I got like hard filtered. I definitely got hard filtered by Clampy's the first time I played this game. Even on normal, because it was worse back when this game first came out, for starters. This is such a hard dude. It's interesting to think about how much better you get at things even if you feel like you're still not like quite amazing at it. I kind of prefer her hitting the side of the screen with this. I say and die to it. Alright, the sickest visual tell. The safe spot under her rose when she raises her arms. Of course. Absolutely. Like, I don't know, like if you're doing this card for the first time, like ever, there is no universe where you accidentally find like the correct place to sit after she throws the third lotus. Like it just doesn't happen. At least not to a point where you'd be consistent about it. Like, I don't know, like this part feels like kind of silly to me. Like, yes, I see where you're going with it, but I don't particularly like it. I think I always just go back to one video description of someone who plays like Touhou games at high difficulties. I remember when this game was new, they were like, I'm not doing freaking Junko on Lunatic because it's just a bunch of RNG garbage. And like I kinda get that. Not all RNG garbage, but some of it's a bit inconsistent. I don't hate it as much as when I first played this game, but I still think it's like lower end of execution final bosses. In the context of Legacy mode, point device is more understandable. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to imagine trying to get like a perfect run of this game on traditional settings. That is not where I thought it would be, but it worked out. And we're gonna roll with it. I don't know. Trying that at least. Forget, I think I have to... This one could be kind of RNG. By kind of, I mean very RNG. And how easy it is to get out of it. Ready. One more cycle. I didn't have to do that. I just... Oops. That's an oops. That's also an oops. I haven't brought much attention to it. I don't think I did. Or I haven't. Still not big on the keyboard I'm using. I need a proper one. I find myself kind of jumping a bit too far or too little sometimes. Kinda, it's also just me not being used to it, I guess. Yes. See, like this is an easy wave to deal with. kind of surprised I got away with that one. Oh. Yes, I meant to move up diagonal, but I think I got right and then up. Pain. I think I'm hesitating too much. It's like the classic thing where you die a few times and you lose confidence. I want to be boldly incorrect regardless of how many times I die. Assertively incorrect movement. Like, is the startup long enough that I can just sit here? I feel like it is. Maybe not. It's not, but it was an easy wave at least. Is this one where it ping pongs off the bottom, or is it after? No, it is. Okay. This one's still kind of confusing me a bit. One of those things where it's like it shouldn't, but you get it and you overthink it. It's like, oh. Oh heck. It's going decently too. I think it's the last non-spell she has, right? Because then it's a Silent Shivering Star, forget the full name of blemishes, and then EDH. I think. Wait, no, she has a fourth card. The Kirby Laser one. I still think this is her last non, if I remember. Headache. I still have 5 bombs. But I know I'm gonna need at least 1 for PDH. I mean, I suppose it wouldn't be a terrible use on this one. I could totally get away with it, it's just a matter of do I think I need to, which I don't think I do. But not everything's a learning experience. What is LoLK? It's the abbreviation for this game. It's like if you called Majora's Mask MM, like same idea. Or like Ocarina of Time, like OOT. Because I suppose you could go by number, but I think that's like... I feel like that's just as confusing for people who haven't played them. Because they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm playing game number 15. Like, and I think that's more confusing out of context. There you go. Will I get this on like a couple of tries? That is the question here. How bad will Silent Shivering Star be today? This is the question. Hopefully not that bad. Okay, very not bad. Oh. Died to the first laser, pristine lunacy. Fantastic consistency. I'm so good. When does Touhou 18 come out? The demo comes out, I think, the 21st of March. I think 17.5's full game comes out the same day, if I'm not mistaken. Which is like a spin-off, which I'm also curious about. If that was done. I'm pretty sure 17.5 was supposed to come out a long time ago, but it's just like the classic delays courtesy of the year 2020. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Killed me. I don't want to use that. The main games are made by one person, yeah, spin-offs they have help. So 18 will be completely done by one person, yeah. There you go. 2 more cards. Have 5 bombs. Main series always releases in August, yeah, usually, and then the demo's like earlier in the year, yeah. Usually the demo's in like May, this year's just like an exception. Very weird to have it in March. Because usually demo May, game August. Not this time apparently. Which again, is only stranger in the context of 17.5 comes out the same day as the demo is 18. Not that I'm complaining, that fills me with immense joy, if anything. It's just not something I'd imagine to happen. Like, late March, I am going to be so happy. I'm going to fiend. More so when there's like a translation out, that kind of thing, because, you know, it's way less fun without the context of what character, who is who does what, kind of thing. Because I remember playing Touhou 16 untranslated when it was brand new, and I had no idea what was happening. I was like referring to the wiki and stuff. It's just not the same as like being able to read it firsthand in context. Like, the writing of 16 is so funny with Cherno scenario. Like, not having that when you're playing it is such a loss. That was kind of yikes movement. Can we talk about that? Okay, cool. I like how I don't get filtered by the end of the fight, right? I bang my head against the wall and clown piece and we get Silent Shivering Star first try, and we get, I forget the name of the full card again, but Blemishes second try. Like, I know it's normal difficulty, but I expect to be filtered more than that, given my history. This one's always fine until the 4th part. The 4th part, it just goes like a bit too hard. Like, blue's a bit dicey. The final part, kind of extreme. I feel such a desire to blink right now, and it's just not a good time. Oh my god. What an awful time to need to blink. Pain. Usually main games come out every couple of years, but I mean, they're not long games. Like, one playthrough takes like 30 minutes. Give or take, excluding extra stage. Like, yeah, it's an insane amount of work for one person, but for him it's more like a passion project. He's talked about it in interviews before. He's not really so much interested in the money or even if the game is necessarily well received. It's more so he does it because he wants to. I think he went on record to say that essentially, even if it's not like a popular game, at like a point he's still gonna make it if he wants to. It's like it's his like own thing. And like I really like that. The idea you're not really so much concerned about your popularity as if you're just, you know, liking what you're doing. It's a very, I want to say intimate kind of series because you know it's like one guy. So I don't know. I find it like personal. You know, it's not like you look at a game and you're like, oh, multi-million-dollar company kind of thing. Like, no, this is literally like one dude just wanted to make something. I felt that way about a lot of games, like, you know, like RPG Maker games. You know, like, obviously, it may not be like one person, but the idea that someone will want to make a personal project and they just do it however they can. Especially like earlier days of RPG Maker. Big soft spot for those games. And I do want to stream some of them, like revisit them. But I feel like a lot of them fall into like kind of games you would stream in October. So I guess we'll see later in the year. My other issue is a lot of them are text heavy, which isn't bad necessarily, but given current living circumstance, my ability to get the time to stream and also read and such uninterrupted is a lot less than what I'd like it to be. You know, like, it's easy to stream Splat and just, like, commentate or whatever, or just talk. But, like, trying to, like, engage in a story and read it, especially in, like, a text-heavy game for me right now, does not feel very realistic. But again, it's like a living environment kind of thing. I wouldn't want the flow to be interrupted, kind of thing. I might just bomb on the last part of PDH because, like, I know I'm not going to get it. The part after the blue is so bad. As I keep saying PDH, but it's just shorthand for pristine Danmaku Hell. I really want to do it. I really, really want to. I want to do it legit, but I also know I should just pull that trigger. You see me with 5 bombs there. Her health's like all the way here. Like, it's not even like that far off. You know, if I dodge that in like a couple more waves, we're good, but should I force myself to do that? I don't think so. Yeah, I've heard of that fan game. I've never played it, but I've heard neat things about it. I've also just been considering like what else I can stream now that I have like a proper computer, because stuff like Dolphin is like super realistic now. I was considering maybe doing like XG, which is a mod of XD. I think that could be fun. But it's kind of weird, right? Because people just know me for Splatoon, so I'm not sure like what the interest on that would be. But like I feel like that would be kind of realistic in the sense of Pokemon's just like widely known. But I don't know. It's weird, right? Because the day I did the really impromptu no death run of Pikmin 1 stream, it went better than I thought it would. But then when I made the not impromptu no death run of Pikmin 2, it did worse in terms of like a viewership level. So it's so weird. I don't get it. Like, I think Pikmin 1 no death is harder than 2 by far, but like still. It's weird. Maybe it's also the fact I think I got rated the day we did the Pikmin 1 no death stream. That was like a 7-hour stream. Like, I really just sat there and did that until we were done. I still haven't streamed Pikmin 3. Told myself I would. Has not happened yet. Haven't even bought Deluxe yet. One day. One day we will complete the trilogy. What day that is, I do not know. I would tell you if I knew. Yeah, whatever. I've had enough of PDH, I've had enough of Junko, we're done here. We're done here. No more. No more. Goodbye, Junko. Also, yeah, 2 hours for PDH sounds pretty accurate. I don't think I'm gonna be sitting here for 2 hours. Not on PDH alone. That would. Oh my god. I don't want to show Undyne's. Hold on. Windows. Oh. No showing endings on stream because that is one of the few rules of Touhou. You do not show the endings. Wow. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Pikmin 3. It'll happen, but I don't know when. It's just like, it's just hard, right? Like, it feels difficult enough to try and find time to just stream. And I feel like a lot of the time it just defaults to Splatoon because it's just like, it's easy and it's what gives me the most viewership. But at the same time, I'm not partnered, so why do I care? Kind of thing. Like, growing a stream is cool, but like, unless I'm like realistically hitting like partner level numbers, I shouldn't be that concerned for right now, at least because I'm not pushing for it actively right now. Because like on a really good day, we'll hit that kind of viewership, but I'm just streaming like solo late at night or whatever. But you know, like sometimes it'll just be like 20, like 30 something people. I don't know. Very heavy beat point device mode. Right. I do like Touhou 15. That's fun. Yeah, no, like it'd be super sick to get partnered, but like that's not easy. Kind of thing. So I don't know. I'm always like up in the air, and I always hesitate on streaming other games, even though I kind of want to, just because I know the viewership is less than Splat naturally. Kind of annoying. It's so hard to want to like make content or just stream for fun and be known for X thing, because anything that isn't X thing feels inherently worse. Even if I might have more fun with it. Like I've had days where I stream Touhou be like among my favorite streams. I love the Pikmin 1 stream. Like sometimes I'll just bot solo queue, but I'll average like 70 viewers. It just feels bad. Because it feels like some days I'm just not having fun. I feel like I'm just there. I'm just existing. So I don't know, it's hard. What do I want to do now? Do I want to play a different type of game? Kind of. Only 12, so it's been like 2 hours. Thinking. Could do around 16. 16 is like very, very easy comparatively to 15, so maybe that'd be a good way to wind down. Yeah. I don't think I'll do the extra for 15 right now, because that is not an easy one. I'm not gonna casually beat that. Change title one. Title. Of all the abbreviations for Touhou game names, Sisyphus is just the funniest one to me. So goofy sounding. Hidden Start in 4 seasons. As audio in this one looks the same. Actually, I should probably... Hold on, let me separate this into 2 VODs, because it'd be confusing if I had 2 different games.